For the last few months, I've been hinting in my videos that big changes were coming for my wife and I. If you know my story, I retired from my 9-to-5 job at the age of 37 in 2023. I was originally planning on working 2 more years, but unfortunately I was impacted by the tech layoffs. I had a choice to stay in Austin and find a new job, or I could pursue a different path in life. I chose to pursue a different path instead of finding a traditional 9-to-5 job again. I realized that our dividend portfolio could pay for almost all of our living expenses, but not all of them. I chose to reach FIRE by what is called barista FIRE. Now, barista FIRE means that you're living off of your investments, but you're also working part-time on the side. I'm not an actual barista at a coffee shop. In this case, I live off of my dividend portfolio and make YouTube videos on the side. I've been making YouTube videos for 6 years and decided that the money that I make from YouTube, in addition to my dividend income, will allow me to fully retire from my 9-to-5 job. By not having a traditional job, it has allowed us to live a life as snowbirds and live part of the year in Utah, where I grew up, and part of the year down here in Austin, Texas, where we've been for the last 7 years. So that is exactly what we've done these past 2 years. My wife, on the other hand, has still been working at her remote tech job these past few years, but I'm excited to share that my wife is quitting her job and joining me in reaching FIRE. My wife officially put in her notice and will be quitting her corporate job at the age of 39. We are so excited. It's so surreal. It doesn't even feel real. It's a little scary at the same time because all of the stability that we had with her income, it's kind of a leap of faith, but we couldn't be more excited. And I'm so happy for her to join me in full-time retirement from a 9-to-5 job. So what happens next? We're now in this honeymoon phase of reaching FIRE together. When I first was laid off, I stopped working alone. It wasn't the same with having her still work. So to celebrate this, we will be traveling for 3 months to Europe. And if you're new, you don't know this, my wife is originally from Northern Germany. And if you're new to the channel, you may be scratching your head, how in the world did we reach FIRE in our 30s? Well, the answer is pretty simple. When I think about this, we achieved this by intentionally working towards reaching it. We had the goal to reach it. It all started with a dream years ago. We aggressively changed our consumer habits and started investing in the stock market and in real estate. When looking back, I think the most impactful thing was understanding that we wanted a different life. We wanted to live differently than the traditional way of living here in the US, where you work until your mid-60s, and then that's the end of it. You've reached the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and that's the end of it. We wanted a different path in life. And a major reason for wanting a different path was because I was in a stressful corporate sales job that I knew I couldn't do forever. So I realized I needed to do something different that was going to reduce my stress levels, because I knew that my job was going to be the end of me. The stress from my job was just too much. It took us about 10 years to reach FIRE, or financial independence, retire early. When we first started working, we had a net worth of 0, and we grew our net worth to about $2 million in 10 years. Now, this has probably come down a little bit since in the last couple of weeks with the stock market having a tantrum, but we're at where we're at. But I shared an entire video in detail about how we went from a net worth of 0 to $2 million in 10 years. And I shared this in detail year by year and what we did. I'll have a video pop up at the end of this video if you're interested in watching that. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that reaching FIRE was a breeze and that it was easy in 10 years, because it wasn't. What I will say is that it was worth the sacrifice. And I use the word sacrifice intentionally. What my wife and I learned while pursuing FIRE is that life is all about trade-offs. We forewent expensive vacations, cars, and other luxuries that we could have enjoyed along the way, but we decided a different path so that we could live a different life in the future. I'm so grateful that I stumbled upon the FIRE movement when I did, and I want to share with you that if you're struggling in life, that there's always a way to find a better path that can bring you peace and happiness. If you're unhappy, you're going to remain unhappy until you take action, until you do something about it. But you have to take action in making that a reality for you and your family. If you're struggling, you want things to change, you have to take action. We would never have reached our goals just by dreaming about them. We had to take action. As I've mentioned these past few months, I've been on the fence regarding what I wanted to do with my YouTube channel while we were traveling. So I've decided that I will make videos in advance and create a little fire travel series while we are traveling. So each week on Sunday, you can expect to see a video from me. I will be pre-recording about 3 months of content. I hope that my vocal cords can handle that over a short period of time, but I'm gonna do my best. In each of these videos, I will share an update on what we did that week and where we will be traveling, what we're gonna be doing. And I will also answer one of your questions. The questions are gonna be about dividend investing, the FIRE movement, my personal experiences, and I'm really excited about making these videos, and I hope that you really enjoy them. I've been making YouTube videos for 6 years now, and I've tried to be as genuine as possible with my content and share the realities of pursuing FIRE with dividend investing. When I first started the channel, it was all about pursuing, it was all about hustle, finding the right investment strategy. And over the years, my content has changed and adjusted based off of where I'm at in life. If you found my channel 6 years ago, I was in an entirely different phase of life. And today, I'm in a completely different phase of life as well, especially with my wife joining me in early retirement. Here on YouTube, you only see what the YouTuber wants you to see. I want you to know that I'm not without flaws. I make mistakes, and I make a lot of them. I only show you what I want you to see. And I try to show you what it's really like and try to be as authentic as I possibly can be without obviously sharing my real identity, because I do really value my privacy. And I just hope that you get value out of what I've shared these last couple of years. And I just want to say thank you for watching my videos and supporting me all of these years. I hope you enjoy the FIRE travel series these next few months, and I look forward to reading your comments each week. And also, before I forget, I will do my best to share personal pictures of our travels here on the YouTube page so that you can follow along with us as we jumpstart this next phase of life. And with that, I guess I'll see everybody on the other side when we get back. Thank you so much, everybody, for the support, and I can't wait to read your comments, and I hope that you'll follow along, and we'll see y'all very, very soon.